Okay, I think we're ready to roll. So if you can, grab a tin of beans from your kitchen, and you'll need a pen, a pencil, a rubber, a ruler, if you've got a ruler. I've got one here. If not, you can use something else. I can't seem to find one, but I'm going to use an edge of a piece of paper. And, oh yeah, I've got a ruler here. A ruler. And off we go. So, hi Beverly. Hi Laura. Okay, so let's set this up. Right. Just need to adjust 1 second. Okay, so today we're going to do a good old-fashioned Heinz baked beans piece. It's a great one for your kitchen, and it'll be a real pop art-esque artwork. Okay, so start with your piece of paper, nice blank piece of paper, and take your pencil. We're going to be copying this. You can also change the wording, so you can put like cool beans, you can put someone's name, you can put like I love beans, or I'm a bit, just like little quotes if you think of, and do little, notes and messages to people. This is a multi-pack as well, just noticed. Oh, yep, I had to buy 6 this morning, run out and buy them. Can I use a different cab, Laura? Yeah, like a different can. Yes, we are going to be painting this. It's going to be like a really modern piece, a bit like Andy Warhol was a pop artist, and he did all these paintings of Campbell soup. So this is going to be a little bit like that. A different can, yes, you can. Okay, so place the can in front of you. We're going to really use the whole of our artwork here. So we're going to take up the full page. So let's start with the drawing. The top of our tin. So nice shape, round at the top. Circle like so. And then we're going to follow the lines down the side, and along the bottom. So nice round circle at the bottom, and the same round circle at the top here. And then with your edges, if you grab a ruler, and let's just place the ruler here, and we're going to draw down one side. If you haven't got a ruler, just use it by eye, no problem at all. And the other side down here, and join them up. Actually, I'm going to make that a bit more straight. So if you do it wrong, just use your rubber, rub it out. I've just done my line wrong. Everyone makes mistakes. I make mistakes all the time. No one's perfect. Okay, so rub all the lines out that you don't like. So you should have a really strong image of a can-like shape. Then we're going to draw the lid of the can here. So I'm going to hold it here so you can see how it is if you don't have one there. So it's going to look like this. So we're going to draw the metal rim on the top. When you draw, all the little details make a difference in drawing. So can you see this rim here at this edge? That is going to make a difference to our drawing, and at the bottom as well. So we're going to create that by going up and out and down. And the same the other side. Out and down. And then we're going to draw round. Follow your line, your upper line. Continue going round. Like so. And the other side as well. And then internally. So from here, so you've got your ring here. From this point there, we're going to follow the round again. So we're going to continue round, and I'm going to actually make this line up a bit. So you should have 2 lines at the top, and they cross over at the sides, and the same the other side. So you've got a line coming up and out one side and going across and across, and the other side up, in, out and across, and then the back as well. So this has created like another ring on top of our can. And then we're going to work the inside. We're going to do this pulley, hand pulley. I know what I'm having for lunch. Multi-pack, 6 pans of beans on toast. Okay, so let's do our pulley here. So we're going to carefully draw. If I leave that for you there, if you want to copy it, everyone, like so. Okay, we're going to draw this little tag pulley. If you've got one in front of you, it's even better. I want you to copy exactly what you see. And it comes nearly to the halfway line, actually. And then, so we're going to draw this bit here. Follow the shapes. Draw as much detail as you can. We're going to do all the shading and tones later. So this is literally just the outline. Okay, then we're going to draw these lines internally as well. So follow these lines round, and they're going to be mini circles inside of our tin lid. I've got 3 on mine. So there you have the inside of your can, round like so. Hi everybody who's just joined. We are drawing a tin of Heinz beans today, similar to the Andy Warhol artwork of Campbell soups. So welcome everyone. If you want to quickly start, grab a pen and pencil and a paper, and we are drawing a tin of beans. This is everyone that's on here. Please can you give me a thumbs up if you have done this and you're ready to move on. Okay, thank you. Fab. Great, thank you everyone. Hi Lucy. Lucy's due to have a baby soon. It's really exciting. I've seen all your wonderful images. Everyone, if the messages get too high, just click on the screen and they'll go down. Okay, so we're going to now do the on the can. We're going to paint on the can. So leave this here. We're going to do a nice circle at the top, like a nice arch here. And then we're going to come in one side, in the other side. So it's kind of like a wafer shape. And then we're going to come out and out. And then we're going to go down, but we're not going to go all the way thin. We're going to keep it quite big. So if you do like little points at the bottom there and there, and join up your lines. And then continue at the bottom. And we want to make this look like it's rounded a little bit as well. So it looks very straight on the image. Let's give it a little bit of curve, just so it looks like it's curving round. It will give us more 3D. And then we're going to do a double layer line because this has got 2 layer lines on it. So let's go. Follow your lines down of the shape you've just drawn. And we're going to follow this through. Nice. As I said before, try not to do this with your drawing. Dot, 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 dot. When you're drawing, I want a nice straight line. And use your wrists to create lovely, lovely lines when you draw. So let's go round here. And we're going to come down, round, Follow the line down, and again at the bottom. We are going to go over this with the beans, so don't worry too much. We're going to use our rubber a bit later. And then again, another line. So a thinner line than the first one. Follow this shape again, making it thinner. Remember, this is a guideline, so it doesn't have to be perfect, and we're going to go over it in paint anyway, so don't worry too much, but just try the best you can to get it as right as you can. So the bottom line doesn't have a double line, you have all the beans. So after you've done that, I'm going to just place in with my pencil where the writing's going to go. And actually, I'm going to change mine. Instead of Heinz beans, I'm going to put cool beans. Like cool beans. So you can do whatever you like. You can put I love beans or I love you or whatever you like. And then I'm going to just draw out where the wording's going to be so I can put it out on my artwork. And then let's draw these beans in as well at the bottom. So just a rough outline of where they're going to sit. Like so. One of your 5 a day. We'll go in there, and then I'm in a rich tomato sauce. So in a rich. Try and make it fit the best you can. If it's wrong, rub it out, as mine is. So make it fit as much as you can. Thank you everyone who's joined today. Thank you so much. And all the artworks that you keep sending me. I love seeing them. It's like getting me through this. So please keep posting them to me. Okay, ESTD1869. Right. Okay, so you should have something that looks like this. Let's now make our bottom bit. Let's make the metal piece just more at the side, so a tiny bit out at the side. This is going to give it its more 3D appeal. And let's pull this down. Mine's actually too close, but it's going to have to for now. If I had more time, I'd actually rub this part out and I'd make it longer. But I'm not going to today. Get the proportions properly. If you want to get proportions completely like exactly the same, you do this a pencil. It's like measuring, so you can measure how far. So I'm measuring it. I put my can of beans down, and I use my hand and I stretch it out, and I measure the top to the bottom, and I mark it out on my pencil, and then I'll measure the top, and I'll realise where it is on the pencil, that it's like percentage different, and then I can continue. I'll actually show you that another time because it can be a little bit confusing. Anyway, so you should have something that looks like this, your tin of beans. So let's get the writing in. So everyone start writing in what you want. I'm going to do cool beans. So nice bold shapes. Make sure they sit in the place. Mark them out first. so that I know that they're going to fit in, and then I'm going to go for it. So here we're doing the drawing. I find the drawing part quite therapeutic. It's lovely to draw and just relax. Just relaxes you in these times that are going on in the world. So nice. Just sharpen up some of your lines if you want to. So I've done my writing in here. And then I'm going to start just drawing in where the beans go now. Really lightly. And we're going to start the painting soon. Okay. So make sure you're happy with your drawing. And then we're going to move on to paint. With the paint now, I want you to be really experimental with your colours. So I want you to do totally different colours and something cool, and think about which colours match with which colours. So I'm going to make my artwork. I think I'm going to do bright, bright, bright pink for the can. So let's all take our brushes, put your drawing to the side. First of all, with your drawing, just make sure there's no extra lines. So make sure it's a really clean artwork. So there's no drawing lines around it. And I'm going to start with my bright fuchsia pink. You can start with whichever colour you like. And I'm going to start painting the can. If you do want to do the original can colours, you're welcome. Or to match your kitchen, do whatever colours you please. But I'm going to go a bit funky. So let's start painting in our can. So I'm using quite a thin brush as well. It's a nice solid colour, flat solid colour. And just paint in the lines. Just enjoy it. It kind of takes your mind off everything painting, I find. You just get in the zone, just relax and enjoy. Yesterday I did a live video with two girls from Double Dutch. They've got a really, really cool brand. You should definitely check them out. They started like these beautiful tonic waters. So I was talking to them and we did an interview, which was really nice. So follow the lines round and do in between your artwork. So you're not going to paint on your first line. And it should be coming together, and it should actually look like a cool can of beans. Take your time getting the lines. Okay, and when you're nearly finished or when you're done your first colour, give me a thumbs up so that I know we're all on the same page. With Double Touch, we're also running a competition at the moment. It's going to be posted up in a bit, like after this. You'll see it on my wall. It's to win some Double Dutch drinks and to win one of our yoga mats, bottles, bags and some accessories. So make sure you get involved. Okay. So you should have your one colour done. And then we're going to move on to the lid. Is everyone with me here? Hi, Sarah Louise. We went to school together and she is a fantastic, fantastic hairdresser, hairstylist. Okay, so let's move on. We're going to now paint our lid here. So it's got lots of different colours on it, but I want you to use 2 colours. So I'm actually going to do mine black and white as well. So I'm going to create this kind of grey tone. I'm going to move my palette over here so I can show you. Okay. I'm going to mix the black and white. And where I see the dark lines, I'm going to paint the dark. And where I see the light, I'm going to paint the light. So I'm just going to do like little flickers of colour around the rim. Like so. And add a bit of darker tone, so I'm going to add like a darker tone along the bottom where the shadow falls, really lightly to here, and then a bit to make it look like metal. And then I'm going to get my brush and run it along the top. Also, as I always say, once you use the pen afterwards, it really gets it more defined. And then I'm going to do my rings. So I'm going to do them different colour metals. So I'm going to do one colour here, like a ring, and then use a bit darker. Another ring here, then I use a bit more white. So all of your circles, if you make them different tones, they'll look like they're different levels and layers. And then round the edge as well, I'm making a lighter colour. So all the way around the back. And you should see already you get these lovely, lovely colours of different tones. So keep mixing away, making different colours. Use some really dark colours. And this is a really great one at the end. You can frame it as a box frame and have it in your kitchen. It's a really fun one. Or gift it to somebody at the moment. Okay. And the pulley as well we're going to do. So let's do that. Let's just paint in all these bits. Different tones. Look at your lid as well. Keep referring back if you've got your can in front of you. And try and get the light bits where the light bits are and the dark where the dark is. On my lid, it's really dark here. And then with your light tone, you can create catches of light. So I'm doing like this, and at the front here, the back along there. And here. Let's get these lovely, lovely tones in the top. And you can also do the bottom part along here as well. So take your black and white and really define the bottom. Remember that it comes out slightly at the side. So really get that curve in. Oh. We're going to go over this in pen afterwards to really make it defined. But you should have your cool colour with your bits of metal on there as well. Like so. Okay, I'm just going to show you a tiny part of how we define it. Grab my pen. Ed, how many beans do you think are in the tin? I have no idea. Why don't you get a can and have a go? Lunch, beans on toast. I actually wonder how many there are. Okay, at the edge, we're going to go down and up. Can you see how that looks so defined? More defined. And round here. My paint's actually still wet, so you can't do it that much yet. I'm just going to show you how the edge really, really makes it pop. Can you see here? It's really, really making it pop. So let's go down. Let's now do our second layer of colour to the baked bean tin. So what colour shall I pick? Thank you for the facts, Edward. 465 beans in a tin. It's a lot. Okay, I'm going to go for this greeny colour. So I've just mixed my blue and my yellow to create this green. So I'm going in with the second layer. Let's go for it. It's nice and neat in the edges. Use your wrist when you draw as well. Follow the lines round. And then at the bottom, make sure you don't go over your bean colour here. Oh, apparently there's 356 in a can. I wonder what it is. Okay, so I've got the green and the pink. So you can do whatever colours you like. I'm going against my colour wheel and I'm using complementary colours. So you have those like colours that clash and colours that don't. Sometimes colours that clash do work well. You know, like they say there's rules, you shouldn't use red and pink together, and there's a lot of different things you can do. But use your gut instinct as well and use your favourite colours. And now I'm going to do yellow for my next line. So I've got a yellow colour. I'm going to go in and do the next line. So pick whichever colours you like. And it's always tricky doing writing because it's hard to go around the edge, but I'm going to actually do mine black, the background. So with this, I'm not going to do the small writing because it's going to be too difficult to do all the black bits around. I'm going to do this bit black and I'm just going to keep the cool beans. So I'm going to go very carefully around my edges. I'm using black, but you can use whichever colour you like. And I'm going to paint in behind my writing, so really delicately. I'm going to go in between the lines. If you want to do like a white background, then you can just do the writing, or if it's a lighter colour and you find it easier to do the writing first and then paint around the writing, it's up to you. I'm using acrylic paint with a thin brush, but you can use any type of paint that you have there. You've got watercolours, but acrylic you get really nice thick paint. You can buy them from anywhere online, order them on eBay. And I recommend getting like a starter pack of all the different colours, and then you've got them once you've got them. Hope you're getting on okay. I'm going to go over that bit of writing and I can write it later in a white pen or write it in paint. So the writing might not be perfect, but it will be your own style of writing and it will give it character. But we can always go over it again and make it more perfect if you want to, and use the outline and pen. So it really does neaten it up. Okay, how's everyone getting along? Oh no, your pen ran out. You can always catch up. It's going to be on YouTube afterwards. Okay, I'm going to go over that writing as well because it's too thin with my brush. So you can always improvise. Okay. And I'm going to do a little bit of black shadow here. Oh, I'm so happy your girls love it. We've got a full family here doing the classes, which is lovely. Well, all the girls in the family, but there's quite a few. Okay, so we've got this, and then we are going to, so fill all your background in as much as you can. If you want a little bit more down here. Like so. And then we can paint our writing in. I'm going to do mine, ooh, I think, what colour should I do mine? I'm going to do that greeny colour again. Choose whatever colour you want, obviously, but I'm going to do the greeny colour. Actually, do you know what? I'm going to use a purple. Switch it up. Let's make this as bright as possible. So the black might, or the colour that you've used might be wet. So just be careful where you're going to now do this because you don't want it all to smudge. So try not to go into the black. Don't worry about being too neat because we're going to go over it in pen afterwards. There you go. Cool beans. Yes, Eva, I'm going to post the competition details on Instagram. They'll be going up in a minute on my wall. Stay tuned. Okay, so you should have a can of beans that is looking like a can of beans, but a cool can of beans. Let's actually paint the beans now. I want you to now do these 3D. So, let's pick a colour. I'm actually, what shall I do? I'm going to do mine blue, baby blue. So you're going to need blue and white for the, or sorry, a colour and white. So let's do the main part of the bean. So I'm going to show you how to make them look 3D. You're going to paint one of the beans round, and then you're going to use a little bit of darker colour. I'm using a black, and I'm going to just go around it like a shadow around the bottom part. And then you're going to do the highlight in white, like so. So again, you can either do the whole lot as a base first, so you can paint them all in as your one colour. So you take your one colour and start painting in your beans. We can do it as a flat colour first, it might be easier. So one flat colour. And then a little bit of darker, I'm using black. So take a teeny bit of black, mix it with the colour you just used, and we're going to define each of the individual Heinz baked beans. So you're going to run your paintbrush around them, just so you get this 3D line. Like so. And you can smudge them in a bit with water, like blend them in. So just blend. When you blend, you take a cleaner brush and you just add the water on like so. Okay, and let's do a little bit more dark. So right in those gaps, I'm going to get it really dark. And I'm going to make it round. There's no straight edges in these beans. It's really smooth and kind of soft. I'm going to make it like liquid. So really define them. And then you can always use your brush. I'm going to take a bit of white mixed with my blue. I'm going to create some 3D tones on top of this. So as you can see, I'm mixing white with my blue colour. I'm just going to do a dab on each of the beans. So it's creating layers. It's always layering and layering. And then a little bit of white on the top. Like so. And you can start to see they're coming to life. Becoming 3D and more punchy. So you can do this as many times as you like till you're really happy with the shape and form of each one. So I'm going to add like a little bit more depth in here. And then some like dots of white on top. Okay. Like so. And then I'm going to paint this band in. I'm going to do it purple again. In here. Then we start defining a lot more. So you should have your artwork finished. Take your time. I'm just going to start with my pen. I'm going to start defining all my lines. So I've now taken my pen and I'm running along all of my lines, defining them. Look, as you can see, it's not perfect. But get them as straight as you possibly can. I'm going to go around my beans. And around all the letters. You can really see it kind of comes to shape. Let me know if anyone's got any questions. If anyone's got any questions at all, just fire away. I'm here. We can also do something quite fun I've just thought of. So it says per half a can. You can do like, like the energy and the fat and the saturated and the sugar. We could do like love. And then the percentage it will fold round. You can do smiles. Happiness. And it's what is in the beans. It's quite fun. And what's the other side? Nothing. So I'm just defining all of my lines now, going around with the pen. When you define the outside as well, make sure that you get that rim in. Please, it's really important that you get this edge in because it will make it look more 3D. And if you want to turn your piece of paper around, you can to get the lines more defined. So I'm going to turn this around and really get this line in. So look how I'm using my wrist. I'm using it like a pinpoint. So I'm pleased yours is looking good. My tin's got like little black marks on it here, which I'm going to draw in. And you can define the writing. Okay, I hope you're doing well with this. with the competition that we're doing, you just need to follow the instructions and tag a friend. It's a really simple one. You don't need to actually enter any artwork in. It's going to be more picking a winner randomly out of a hat system. You put all the names into a pot and we spin it, basically. Okay, so your beans should be looking cool. Hope they are. So I'm just going to define a little bit more the letters. I'd spend a lot more time on this actually, because I'd like to get all this really, really 3D by highlighting more. So if you want to do it, you can. So take some white and really highlight the bits that the light's going to fall on, like the front bits. And here. And then you can run your white down one side, like so. All the way down, like this. And I'm going to do it on my writing. And on my beans, just highlight it. Keep those highlights lovely, lovely and bright. Okay, so you should have something that looks a little bit like this, in your own style, of course. Just keep defining with your brush one of your 5 a day. I'm writing my writing in. It's a bit wet still. So here. How's everyone doing? Hey, Soph. Okay, you should have your cool can of beans. Oh, I'm loving that you're loving it and you're finding it relaxing. That's what I wanted to do. It's lovely to be able to have like a community around me while I'm doing this, and to share different kind of techniques and different subjects and all different things, not just my pop doll style, but to do other techniques that you can do at home, and to show you that art can be done and it can be really fun and relaxing and enjoyable, and you can produce some really cool things. So these are lovely gifts, really lovely gifts, or they're lovely to hang in your own home. Okay, let's do some more yellow. I'm going to do a bit more yellow. Okay, we've got 5 minutes of me, but you guys can continue. I think for a background, I'm going to go for a turquoise. So I'm taking my brush and I'm going to heavily painting my background. So I want you to pick a pop colour for your background as well. Should have used a bigger brush. Oh, it went off because it was over an hour. Sorry, everyone. We're almost done, and you've done amazingly well, everyone. Thank you. I can't wait to see your artworks. Sorry to everyone that it cut out. Okay, you should have your tin of beans, your cool tin of beans, done and dusted, and then you can frame it. So, oh, here. So once it's framed, it will look, whoops, like this, all neat edges. Lovely, gorgeous piece for your kitchen. Always remember to sign your artwork. It's a bit wet to sign, but I'm going to sign my artwork. And well done, everybody.